guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup look that's kind of got greens and blues in it. So I'm going to put some green in my crease, some darker blues on the outside, and then some blues on my mobile lid. I hope you like this look. If you do, like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. I've already washed my hands. I'm just going to clip my hair up and we're going to get straight into the look. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be moisturising my skin, and for that I'm going to be using the Revitalift with SPF 30 by L'Oreal. It's anti-wrinkle cream, firming, and it's got SPF in it. So the next thing that I'm going to be using is by e.l.f. primer, and this is the tone adjusting primer. So I'm just going to get at least 2 pumps of that, maybe 2.5, just because I find that this seeps into my skin so quickly, so I don't have that much playtime with it. And with that primer as well, you can really feel your skin smoothing out. So I actually really do like that primer. Next thing I'm going to be doing is taping my eyes so I don't get as much fallout and less clean up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is putting on the Soft A-Cut by MAC as my primer for my lids. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is setting the eyelid primer with some Stay Matte Rimmel powder and a Spectrum CO6 brush. So the first palette that I'm going to be using today is the 350M palette. So it's the one that's got all the brown, earthy, matte colours in it. And the second palette that I'm going to be using is another Morphe palette, and that is the 35B palette. And that's the one that's got loads and loads of bright colours. So I'm going to be using some of the blues and the greens. So the first colour that I'm going to be using is the transition colour, and I am going to be going in with this one over here. And I'm going to put that all above my crease. Okay, and the next colour that I'm going to be using in my crease just below the colour that we've just placed is going to be this one over here. Sorry guys, I don't know any of the names of any of the colours that I'm putting on, so that's why I'm just showing you where they're placed on the palette. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be putting in the transition, just below where I've put the colours, is the greeny colours that I'm going to be using. So today I'm going to be using Ink up here, Forest, which are the darker colours. I'm going to be putting Ziggy in the inner corner, not the inner corner, just the first part of my mobile lid. I'm going to be putting Lemonade in the inner corner, which is a beautiful goldy shimmery kind of color. And then I'm going to be also using some of the darker blue, so I'm going to be using Denim and a mix of Deep Dive, which is a purpley kind of blue. Okay guys, so what I did, I'll tell you again what I used. So I used a denim on the outer corners. I used ink, this one over here in the middle part of my brow. I used Ziggy, this one here, on the inner part of my eye, and for the inner corner I used Lemonade. And I'm going to be using Denim again on my lower lash line after the foundation. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the liner, and I'm going to keep these on because it helps me do my line properly. So for the liner, I'm going to be using the Lasting Drama Gel eyeliner by Maybelline, and the brush is going to be my Da Vinci brush. And this is number 45750, and it's just called Eye. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is I am going to be using the gel to also tightline just on the upper part of my eyelid. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is taking the tape off. And I'm expecting for there to be cleanup that I have to do. So I'm just gonna get a fluffy brush, wipe away. Even if it's not there when you're doing dark colors, it's just best to always wipe just in case. And next thing that I'm gonna be using is the foundation, and for that I'm gonna be using Face and Body by MAC in C5. And I'm going to be using the pointy part of the Miracle Complexion Sponge. I did say Beauty Blender in my other videos, and after I said it I was like, it's not even a Beauty Blender. So, apologies, but we move. The next thing I'm going to be doing is concealing, and for that I'm using the Instant Anti-Age Eraser. I really do have to look at it when I say it because I always mess up the name for it. So this is what we're using. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is just setting my under eyes, and for that again I'm going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I use this so much, I must have gone through about 20 of these already and I'm already hitting pan again. So I'm just sweeping that across, I'm not actually patting it to set it, just sweeping it across. And the only part of my face that I'm doing is just the under eye. So now that's done, I'm going to go back on my under eyes and do the lower lash line. And for that, I'm going to be using a mixture of Denim, which is the navy colour here, and Forest. And we use both of them on the outer corner of our eye. And to apply the colour, I'm going to be using an angle brush. You can use this for brows as well. I generally don't really do my brows, guys, because I've got quite thick brows anyway. So if you guys want a brow video and a brow tutorial, let me know. I'll do one for you. But I do threading as well, so let me know if you guys want a threading tutorial as well. And then just to blend it out a little bit, I'm going to be using the same brush that we used in the transition with the browns. Next thing we're going to be doing is the bronzer, and for that we're going to be using the matte bronzer by NYX. And to apply it, we're going to be using a sculpting brush by Real Technique. Every time I use this brush, I feel like it's got something in it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know what it is though. I've tried taking it apart to see, but I can't, so I'm just going to work with it. And to blend that in, we're going to be using a Morphe fluffy angle brush. I don't know what it's called, it doesn't actually have a name, but it did come in part of a gift set. Now for the highlighter, we're going to be using the Baked Tri-Blend highlighter by Barry M. I'm just going to put the fan brush all the way around it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is the mascara, and I'm going to be using the Colossal Go and the L'Oreal Butterfly Ring Effect Fibers Full Slash Flutter. What a long name. I usually call it Full Slash Flutter, I was just being a bit extra there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is lips, and for that I'm going to be using the Natural Collection lip liner in, it's Espresso, sorry it was on the lid, so it's this one here, I don't know whether you can see where it says Espresso. Okay, so I just filled in with the lip liner the corners of my lips as well. So I'm just going to go in with it's a limited edition one. It was out years ago. It's called Trolls by MAC, like from the movie Trolls, and it's called Dance Off Pants Off, and it's a beautiful pinky shimmery kind of colour. Every time I wear colours like this, my husband always says I look like Pat Butcher. And if you don't know who Pat Butcher is, we have a soap in the UK. So yeah, we have a programme called EastEnders in the UK, and there was a character on there called Pat Butcher. Always used to wear bright lips, like blue coloured eyeshadow, massive earrings. But yeah, so he calls me Pat Butcher every time I wear this. But this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, check out Bemedy if you like my intro and outro music. Listen to the full song on his Instagram. I'll link his socials down below. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!
Baby, why so? Like the way you move, you know that. When you go low, put that thing down and slow. I love it when you do that thing.